good morning. It's nice to see you. Hi. Well, this is 4 days after I finished painting my home, and I had company a couple of times in 1 week. So, here we go. This is Connie Murphy, over 70 and still glamorous.
He probably does have a healing ministry. He just doesn't talk about it.
Hi.
Hi. Say it, Mom. Woohoo. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Oh, you don't want to. Come on. Come on.
Come on!
So here's the room.
Yeah.
Painted white.
So I'm confused. So after you went on the roof and you had the problem with the knees.
No, I didn't have a problem. After I got fixed up with this guy, after he fixed me, aligned all my bones in my body. First thing is the way your feet are out of the line, Fred. So we'll fix that. And as far as the bone and bone, line up every bone.
Okay, so Fred, this is the question. So
Oh boy. My craft. My mom's room. So now I figured out why I did so much painting of my furniture. A lot of my furniture I painted white is because my walls felt dark. Now these walls were lighter than the walls that I had in the living room. So, I don't know, I might leave them. I might leave them. And then the ladies' room. Okay. Flooring comes next. Yeah.
This was a couple of days after my brother Freddie's visit. As you can see, my mom was doing great that day. She hasn't smiled that big for quite a while. This is Bonnie's second daughter, Melissa. And they visited a few days after my birthday. And this is a lovely family that we spent Easter Sunday with. Tammy's sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and their 3 boys. And then we have my daughter, her husband Frank, their son Brandon, and Noah, and Jeremy was working, and of course Paul and I. Okay, so that's it for now, and that is basically what I did as I contemplated on the Lord, painting my house, receiving visitors, and thinking about you girls. So I'll be seeing you soon. Take care. Adios. Good morning, good morning. It's nice to see you. Good morning to you. Okay, so this was the day that I started painting, part 2, and just tips on how I do my painting. So here we go. So here's a trick I learned. I take a nail and a hammer and I put these little holes all the way around. Let's see if you can see the holes. So the paint won't get stuck in the rim. And when I go to put the cap back on like this, I get a nice tight seal, when I use the hammer to close it. Okie doke. So now because I'm painting the house the original color, I didn't have any demarcation line up there, so I could actually take the roller all the way up. And of course, you always want to start at the top and work your way down. Another tip, if you set your handle down towards the shallow end, you won't have a messy brush full of paint. Let me get up here so you can see it better. There you go. It's sitting right over there,
And my brush is here too, right there. Okay. Trying to hold it with one hand. Here's another tip for you. Always pour the paint out of the back of the can, so you always know what the front of the can said. Always keep a towel handy. Of course, your phone also, and a hammer in case you want to remove any nails. Another thing that works for me is I like to go up and down and then drag out to the side. When I first put the brush down, I start in the middle of a section and go up and down so there's no heavy line connecting with the last section. Then I'll go here, then I'll go all the way down to the floor, start back up here, go up and down, and drag it out to the sides, go up and down, and drag it out to the sides. Yes, I take my pictures down as I go. But I'm almost done with my den, and it's the second day. So because this was a tight space between the casing and the wall, remember I didn't go all the way to the edge on the larger wall. Now I'm taking a brush and filling everything in. Don't need a lot of paint on the brush. You don't want to have a big bubble there. I guarantee you, I also use this end when I get to a door jamb, because I like to paint that part separately so there's not too much paint. Oh, and in case you didn't notice, I use a thin, small roller because it's nice and light and I get the job done fast. Okay. Here's another thing I've learned. If you've got just tiny pinholes, you can put the paint right in there and putty as you go. Just stick that paint all the way inside. That's what I do. You see? The holes are filled in. I also just take a little brush. There's like 5 to a pack to go around the covers. Now this particular light plug is behind the couch, so it doesn't matter. If I'm going to be in a room where they're going to see that plug, then I will take the cover off. Okay. Oh, one more thing. When I get to the bottom, I like to go down, because if you go this way, you'll get too much color, too much paint build up. So this is what I do all the way across. I do take off the kick plates right there. And here's another thing that I've always done. I don't line the whole room with plastic or whatever. All I do is, as I work my way down, I put my little towels or whatever. Now, if you've got one long piece to cover a section, go for it. But the plastic, I don't like it. And it's a very fast cleanup. One more thing. If you've got too much paint in one area, it will slide. So push it out, ladies. If you don't have enough paint on your brush and you keep going back and forth and you're getting a real heavy then you're actually taking the paint off, and when it dries, you'll have bald spots. And now, if you've got someone to help you, that's even better. But greater than everything is, I saved $3,800 by painting my whole house myself. And I don't do it all at once. And here's another tip when you're painting. Make sure that these slits over here are facing you so that the tray is away from you, because you want to be cleaning your brush like that. And then I turn it around so my brush doesn't get all full of gooey. Last night I used one with these in the back, so the tray was always in my way. That was a 6-footer. Today I'm only using a 5-footer. So when hubby gets home, I'll finish the areas where I need the 6-footer. Okay, so I'm just about emptying, well, almost emptying. It is almost empty. The first can of paint that I have used for the hallway, which is completely done, the entryway, which I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it yellow, and then most of this den. So now I'm going to take my little brush and get every drop out, because I had a little area left here that I'll just finish off with the brush because I don't have enough to put in the tray. Okay, I'm on to my second can. Now when you buy your paint, girls, don't let it sit around for 2 weeks. You'll have a hard time mixing it up. I used mine as soon as I got home. Now this is the next day, and I happened to find one with holes in it, so I shook it up first with the lid tight, and then I just stirred with this and put the extra paint in here. How I cleaned this was I just took the brush, kept going up and down to get all the paint out of there. Then I clean it off a little bit so the holes don't get plugged up, and it's ready for the next can when I open it. Okay, and so that was how I painted my home. I'll see you again on a real video very soon. Until then, I'm thinking about you. Take care of yourselves. Love you guys, and have an awesome, awesome week. Bye.